So in the prior video, I talked about this resonator right here, this dampener, if it is actually more of a dampener. It's a solid piece of brass. It has this shape on it, and it is the ideal one. Before I go on, I'm going to talk to you about a resonator, a wolf eliminator, whatever you want to call it. It's trash, but I keep it because it's a clever marketing. Here is a little thing it comes in, a wolf tone eliminator, woof woof. And this is what I was talking about, the notorious screw type resonator that you don't want to have. And I'll tell you why. First off, the mass of these is significantly different. How do you know? If you remove this right here, and the rubber bit comes out. Again, I have never ever used this resonator in my life. If you look at this, this is hollow, it is light, as opposed to this is solid metal. And this is the 13-gram one. And look at this, this is nowhere near 13 grams. So that's the first thing. It doesn't dampen enough because it simply is too heavy. Yes, it stops the vibrations by pressure, but then I will show you why you should always throw these away. I've never used this before, but I want you to take a look at this indentation where the screw goes in. It is built to be screwed into. This right here will eventually become a hole, and eventually you'll have to replace it. Why should you? When this is all you need, it will never break down, it will never wear out, it will never have a hole, and it can be moved from instrument to instrument. I have had this on cellos for the last decade, so again, something that will last you a long time. So this thing right here, the wolf tone screw-in piece of junk thing, take my advice, don't get this. Instead, you should take some effort and some time, spend around $20 American, 20 euros here in France, and consider one of these. Now they come in different weights. This one is 13 grams, 11 grams, and 9 grams. I'm trying to show you the weight stamp right there. And of course they are in different links because they are of different weights, but they're identical. Some of them have a stamp on them. They're all the same. They're made of solid brass. And I recommend for your smaller cellos the 9-gram, but for the larger cellos, the 13 and 11-gram one. I use a 13-gram one for the longest time. 11-gram one depends, but 13 grams is the one I appreciate the most. So those are super important, the weight, and these are what they look like. Now, for those of you who are ready to take the plunge and spend upwards of 50 to 60 euro or American on a resonator, then look no other place except this right here. This is a bona fide true resonator. It has a wooden bit and it absorbs vibrations into the top. You've probably seen this stuck to cellos, and right now you're going to watch me place this on my cello. I have to clear off all of this, but before I do, I'm going to take this little bit of tack that was included with the resonator I got here, and I'm going to just sort of stick it there. Again, none of this is an exact science. There we go. Have a little dot in there. Now I'm going to clean off my lovely cello. Flour is great because it doesn't stick to anything. Sure, you have to vacuum later. There you have it. Good as new. That's where my little spot was discovered. And now I'm going to place my resonator exactly on that spot. This tack here that you're going to be using is temporary. For the original solution would be to take it to a luthier and have them professionally install this into the inside of your instrument. So until you go there, you need to have an idea of where it should go. So spread it along the bottom of your resonator, like that. And now Stick it right there. Push down the size of it. Oh, wait a minute. No. There's instructions in English, but it tells you at the end here, you can see at the end, you're going to have to take it to your luthier. See that last little step right there? Yeah, that's something you don't do. But you should take your fingers and push it on either side. So earlier today, I used this on my cello, and it did a good job. I'm going to now attempt to see if this installation was good. As there's flour all over my bow. It does a better job, I have to say. It does a much better job, and maybe I could use some adjustments. I could get it more stuck to it, and I may feel that it could go up a little bit higher. And this is why the sticky tack is important, because it can come off. I'm going to actually move it up a little bit. Very general. Don't push down too hard. That did a lot better. It just needed to be moved up a little bit. That's all. And so the next step is that we're to take this to the luthier and have them glue that on the inside of my cello. But there are some of you who don't even have access to a luthier. And so there is another solution that will come in a couple weeks. I just ordered it today. There is a wolf tone resonator modulator that you can move around, and you don't need to have it professionally installed. But for now, that is how you discover the location and install a resonator on your cello to remove the wolf tone. I hope you learned something today. Like, share, and subscribe, all those wonderful things. My name is Jonathan. I teach cello. And yes, even I am on my own journey of music discovery. Bye-bye.